Good evening, everybody. All right, so we're gonna go first to, if we have any public comment on agenda items. Do I have anybody that has public comment? Right ahead. Well, you're not that soon.
I'll just stay here.
I do need you to say your name.
Oh,
obviously.
that's fine, I'm just not gonna get up,
No
so
problem.
we keep our video. Michelle D'Alessandro, 1530 Aspen Drive. I'd like for you to seriously consider when you have your executive session. It's really unfair to residents to have to stand out in an unheated, dark vestibule. And in January, it was 2 degrees out there, and we were waiting 45 minutes. Other townships have it before the meeting, have it at another time, or start streaming, but it's the only way for your residents to see the conclusion of a meeting, and it's really not sustainable in the winter.
No, I completely agree with you, and that took a lot longer than we expected, so I do completely agree. We'll try to figure out another way for that.
Thank you.
Do I have anything else? Come on up, man.
Just for general comments?
Yeah, just come up real quick, just so I can get you for the record.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Could you state your name and address?
I'm sorry. My name is Julie Kovach,
Yes,
and I'm a resident at 1674 Farmington Avenue,
yes, sir.
where I've lived for 35 years, since 1991. Just here tonight to talk real quick about the problems we're having on Farmington Avenue. Basically, the stretch between Farmington and Evans Road and Farmington and Route 100.
Not to cut you off, which agenda item are we going on?
Oh, I'm just general comment.
That's second level.
Second level, okay.
time. We'll get you right after.
Okay, thank
This
you.
is just
No
right now.
problem. Thank
Do I
you.
have anybody for any agenda items presently? All right, seeing none, now we're gonna move on. Approval of minutes was supposed to follow. Unfortunately, that hasn't been completed, and there may be some changes to be made, so we're gonna table them to the next meeting. So we're gonna go on to approval of the payment of the bills. I need a motion.
I will make that motion.
And a second. Having a motion and a second, does anybody have any questions on any of the bills? Hearing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. Move on to reports. Could I have the township financial report? He's not here. We don't have it. All right, so we're just trying to go by what the reports. Can I go to the chief of police then?
My report is in your packet. One thing to note is we participated in Montgomery County consortium test for police applicants on Saturday. We'll be conducting interviews next week, and we're looking to hire someone hopefully in April to replace Officer Crawford, who is retiring in March.
Congrats on all right, anything else, chief?
That is all for now.
Anybody have any questions for chief? Thank you, chief. Public Works, I know Jeremy wasn't feeling well, so he's not here, so we do have his report, we're gonna go off of that. Township solicitor, do we have any report?
The only things I have to report is that we did complete the contracts for Matt Dallas for financial advising, as well as for Dan Ween for interim manager.
Okay, thank you, and they are both on the agenda tonight. Township engineering, building and zoning, obviously is not here, so we do have the report, and we'll follow that. Township collect, do we have anybody from the tax collector? There you are. Go ahead.
Hi, Diane told me to tell you that the bills are being sent out the end of this week. So everybody can look forward to that.
Yeah, we love getting our tax bill. Just a reminder that we did set up a spot for Diane, or, if you're coming, while Dan's laid up at the office, so we can make sure anybody wants to come in personally can pay the tax bills and such. So those will be all listed as well, those hours. All right, we're gonna open up the open space and recreation. Do we have anybody from open space recreation? No, so we're just gonna go by their report.
No.
Fire and ambulance.
My handwritten report
Got it.
is in your, or you can't pass that out, so if you have questions on that, I can take those. The chief's report, which is usually the call volumes, we're still having a problem with our new software the state made us switch to in January. They're not responsive with questions on how to create certain reports that show run numbers, so we're still working on that. So we should have run numbers and totals by next meeting on a month-to-month basis.
Thank you. Anybody have any questions?
Is there something you need assistance with, or something that
you guys be able to work that yourself?
Oh, that, we can work that out.
Okay.
It's just, we call their tech support and they're like, the software is just slow getting back to people. Like Gilbert's supposed to have the same issue, trying to create reports
Okay,
that show numbers and percentages.
very good, thank you.
Yeah, that would.
Just some commentary. Yes, a couple days ago, we had a FiOS wire fall down along Marvin Mill Road.
Yeah,
And I was told that you spent about 12, 15 hours out there
yeah.
directing traffic and taking care of our residents. And just want to say thank you very much. I know that was a long day, very odd circumstance. and a lot of people there.
It was very weird. It's,
But, you know, for waiting for FiOS to show up was quite an issue. Probably want to talk about that a little later as far as getting a response time better for those people. I know we have our contract coming up with Comcast and FiOS and so forth that we'll be discussing over the next months. I hope that we can press something in there to make sure that we have a response time. I understand that people weren't getting notified. You know,
we didn't even get called till late.
Right.
The PD that arrived, they called it in as a Med Ed wire. It was a Verizon wire. So you go down the wrong path to start, it just puts a delay. And it was a fiber-like
Right.
cable, it was huge.
Yes.
Because if it's small, it's like sometimes we just, okay, we can fix that.
Right.
But
No, it was a big arm
It was
thickness wire,
huge,
about
lots
a
of
half mile
fiber in
wire
it.
down
Yeah.
all along Marvin Mill
You
Road there.
couldn't-
It was quite the event.
you couldn't
But-
get it out of hand over to Marcus Mills, correct?
Anybody else have any questions? The only thing I do have, is in regards to the roof. How are we doing with the roof? Because obviously we've had to approve a few.
We had our-
issues.
Third leak, I'm waiting for the roofing company to come out and replace the third leak now, so. And as this snow melts and it's a flat surface,
Right.
it's just gonna pop more leaks. The roof, the company that did come out said the roof is terrible. The rubber's brittle, it's just,
Is it a single roll ply or is it a rubber roof?
I
Full
don't
rubber or
know,
single
I
roll?
don't know at all. I couldn't tell you that.
'Cause they're two different
Michelle did
prices.
all the quotes last time. They were looking to replace it like 5, 6 years ago. And they went
You know
patching
the age
around.
of the roof?
The age?
Mm-hmm.
Like 2002.
The roof was built in 2002?
About then. It happened right when I joined
So
the
it's
fire,
about
right after
24
I joined
years.
the fire company.
A rubber roof should last more than 24 years. It's roughly about 35 to 40 years.
I worked with them to put the roof on when I was a commissioner back then, put a brand new roof on the building.
In 2002?
So, yeah, about then.
That shouldn't last, that should last longer.
So that section is very flat, we've always had concerns about that, and the ice dams that are being created with the melting and so forth.
Right.
Exacerbate the
Yeah.
problem.
Lifting up, yeah.
You know, all that thing. All right, well, let's make sure we get you taken care of.
All right.
Okay? Anybody else have any?
I just wanna say, Don, we talked over the weekend, and we are gonna work on doing the quarterly meetings with everyone. Hopefully getting one started next month, if we can, work on that in the meantime, because I think it's important for us to keep up with what's going on with the fire company.
Sure, absolutely.
Absolutely, with the roof and other issues that.
Yeah, plus I know you guys wanna use some area for storage and such.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like to get
Yeah,
that all
things we can
squared
talk in
away.
that ops meeting, instead
Yeah.
of dragging this out with those kind of
Yeah.
things, yeah.
We'll get it all worked out.
Yeah, you're working in the right direction. Thank you, the whole board, thanks.
All right, we're gonna move on to old business here. We have, we need the approval on contract for Matt Dallas to hire as our financial consultant services. I need a motion for that.
I'll motion.
I need a second.
I'm sorry.
Tyrone was first, Dave was second. All right, I have a motion and a second. Does anybody have any questions in regards to the contract? Hearing none. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any of those opposed? Congratulations, Matt, he's taken care of. Next one. Mr. Dan Wien, we're going to introduce you in a second. I need a motion to approve Dan Wien as our new interim town manager.
I'll make the motion.
I need a second.
Second.
Okay.
I have a motion and a second. Does anybody have any questions? Hearing none. All those in favor?
All right.
Aye. Any opposed? None. Congratulations, Dan. Dan
Congratulations.
did start today, obviously earlier, and he'll be getting accustomed. So if anybody has any questions in regards to who's gonna be taking care of the day-to-day, that'll be Dan right now. All right.
You can move up there now.
You're on the clock now, sir.
You get a good comfy chair.
All right. We're gonna move on to, item C, condition for approval for submitting to PennDOT the Gilbertsville Road crossing plans. This is with the, Al, I can't pronounce his last name, how you spell his last name?
Who?
Al,
Oh, Al Braga.
Graga. Al Graga is, his engineering firm is in charge of that. We need to do the approval so we can make sure we get the crossing taken care of. Otherwise, we're gonna lose the ability to use the grant
Right.
that was used for that. I need move a motion for that.
I'll make the motion.
I need a second.
I'll second. Okay.
I got a motion to say, anybody have any questions in regards to that?
Yeah, I'd like to make a comment. In
Go ahead.
in reviewing the plans, this is the crossing of Gilbertville Road along, right in front of Cherry Tree Lane. It connects the two sides of the Sprogel's Run Trail. And they'll be moving the trail in the process of it. And when they move it, on the plans, I see that they're replacing a section with gravel, whatever. And I would just suggest that if we can get it in here now, or whatever happens, that it's already paved in that area, except for this section. And I was wondering if we could have the submittal reflect that that would be paved from Gilbertsville Road to that, the already paved trail. It's about 25 feet. And it would just seem odd to come, across the road and be on the gravel for 25 feet and then hit your paved trail. So,
We'd have to ask the engineer to make
That's-
sure he can
right.
put that all through.
No, I see what you're saying, but it's like, when we have to talk to Al
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
yeah, he would have to be the one
Look
to
over the
make
grant.
sure that
and
we don't have to change plans or do
I hate to say
anything.
it again.
But yeah, I agree with you. If we can do it,
Budget,
Oh, well,
yeah,
if we can do it, I'm all for it.
yeah, if we can
Makes
do it,
sense.
yeah.
it's all part of a grant application as
Correct.
well. I don't know what the.
No, we have the grant already. Grant's already approved.
Yeah.
Already part of the grant. And I'm just saying, it's a short section, it would just seem odd to go from gravel to paved to gravel like that, have that section missing. So just as it's put together, the engineer kind of looks at it. If that can be part of the specifications, I think that would be a good idea.
I'm gonna offer anybody from the public who wants to comment on the Gilbertsville crossing. Anybody have any questions on that? Go ahead, sir.
Just want to mention.
I need your name and address.
Yes, Ahmed from Chester Valley Engineers. Al couldn't make it today. He was sick, unfortunately, so I'm presenting Chester Valley Engineers here if any question comes up. I made a note of your comments. We make sure we take a look at it.
There you go.
We'll do that.
Easy peasy.
Again, this is, I don't know that people are totally familiar, this crossing is planned now for a warning light is what's being installed here. There have been some close calls in that area before, people crossing the trail and interacting with the traffic on Gilbertsville Road. And this will narrow the road a little bit, put up a sign and a warning light. And we got a grant.
Right. All right, before I move on to that, we're gonna vote. I need all those in favor?
I,
Any opposed? Motion passes. We're gonna move on to item D. Consider approval for the additional money for Chester Valley, which is here, for prepare the necessary plans to submit to Monco Conservation District for Hollow Park. This is to make sure we have everything done. We have a grant, but we're gonna need to have some additional township money to finish off this piece that we have for the Hollenbach Park where they're gonna have that trail. So this is only a part of phase 1, not of phase 2. The disc golf is part of phase 2. Phase 1 is part of the whole trail system that's there. Alright, so understanding, I believe it's gonna cost the district, probably township, about $44,000. We do have a grant to build everything, but the money that's gonna have to come out of the township will be about $44,000. Am I understanding that correctly?
I think so, yeah.
Yes, but my assumption is the disc golf is within the scope now. And that
This
was the
got in within
reason,
the scope.
and that was one of the reasons that for the price change. There were two
Okay.
major reasons. One, disc golf had been added, that is a full 18 basket disc golf tournament already. And second reason was Conservation District or DEP has changed some regulation on stormwater designs.
Okay.
Like, used to just need like 2 infiltration test pit for the park, for the permit. Now we have to do 15. That is another increase in the price.
I got you.
So regulation change and we are considering the disc golf to be built.
Okay.
And then if you wanna phase it for construction, we can always take it out and you can construct it by phase. for whatever budget we have. But because the NPDS permit, which is the most important permit for this park, is including everything, we rather have to include the disc golf just in the future you wanna build it, so you have the ability to do it. So you don't wanna apply for another NPDS permit, including the disc golf course, because obviously disc golf course changed the limit of disturbance. And then when you, limit of disturbance changes, all the design and engineering and design calcs and calculations and reports changes. So we rather include the disc golf within this budget, just in case in future you wanna build it. So you have the permit for the whole thing, you don't need to reapply for that, which is gonna be an extra engineering and services fee, so that was the only correction.
Thank you.
What are you looking for time-wise for the permit?
We can provide a schedule for you and email to your office. I'm not aware of the full workload of the department, that is Al Griga, the director of the department, who basically does the project schedules.
Yeah, because we definitely want to know when we're.
I'll make sure he coordinates with you at the
Okay.
time.
Al, this is
Go ahead.
also a paved, trail?
Excuse me?
This is also a paved trail?
Yeah.
Yes.
Walking track, yeah,
Yes.
as well. Any other comments or questions?
Yeah, I wanna confirm what I think I know. We have a grant that covers the construction of this trail and a portion of apparently the engineering
Correct.
for that trail needs to be expanded because of changes in DEP requirements.
Yes.
And now you're asking if we also want to include in that expanded, design, the allowance for this, disc golf at some time in the future, even though that's not currently planned to be constructed, and even though we don't have a grant to build it, correct? Lost my train of thought there. My question is, what was my question? You're saying that we would not need as, the NPDS permit. How long is the NPDS permit good after it's approved?
4 to 5 years, I believe.
So,
We have to do it within 4 to 5 years.
okay,
This part.
that's if right,
And then you can always ask for an extension.
Right.
okay. All right, I understand.
Yes.
Anybody else have any questions? Anybody from the public have any issues with Hollenbach Park's plan as of right now? Hearing none. All right, vote. All those in favor?
Aye.
Fine.
Any opposed? Motion passes. Thank you very much. We'll move on to